Hello everyone, this is Linda. Welcome to Lenny P's Place. I'm sitting here working on a tab journal. It's a practice journal for my journaling class. The ladies wanted to do a tab journal for their next project, so I thought I should go ahead and make one so that I could show them what to do. And it's a good thing that I decided that I needed to practice, because I have had a heck of a time with this. But I think I have got it figured out now. So I thought I would turn the camera on while I finish it. And in the beginning I was having a really hard time, and now I know why. I wanted to leave some space in between the pages, but what I was doing was I was gluing all of the way up, but I wasn't I have to leave some space, and I was gluing it, and you can't do that. You can't glue the space you want to leave. Maybe I don't explain it right, but maybe I can show you. So this goes here. Now, you probably know this. For some reason, I was having a problem figuring it out. But I finally got it, so I'm super glad that I decided to do this sample one. So now I know that I got to leave space without any glue on it if I expect to leave space in between. But I don't want it to get too bulky or too, I don't want it to be like a gator mouth. So I'm leaving some space in between each one. And I thought 20 pages would be plenty, but after all the trouble that I've had, I'm thinking maybe 10 would have been plenty. But anyway, I might cut it down for them. Because believe it or not, I have made tab journals before, but it's just been so long ago that I forgot. I forgot how. And I haven't, I should have watched some videos before I started trying to do this from memory, because it's been a long time since I did one of these. So how is everybody? Hope you're all well. I hope you had a good Easter weekend. I did. I spent it with well, actually we did it on Saturday, because we had a birthday party. We celebrated my granddaughter's birthday and Easter at the same time. So all of the family was together on Saturday, and we had a very good time. Sunday was pretty quiet for me. My daughter had been here, but she left to go home on Sunday because she had to go back to work yesterday. And so we celebrated Saturday, and we had a lovely time. And yesterday, I spent cleaning my screened-in back porch, and it needed it. I don't know about where you live, but where I live here in North Carolina, we have pine pollen, and it's terrible. And if you know anything about it, you know what a mess it makes. And so my back porch was in need of being cleaned. And it's a pretty big back porch. So I spent 6 hours out there cleaning it. And my daughter, she asked me yesterday when she called, she asked me what kind of system I had for cleaning it, because she saw it before she left. And I told her, I said, well, the first thing I had to do was get the leaf blower, and I blew all the pollen off as best I could. Then I took I always cover my cushions on my dinette set. I have wicker furniture, and I have a dinette set out there, or I guess that's what you want to call it, and a sofa and 2 chairs. So anyway, I had to cover all that, and so I do that every year. I cover it because I know the pine pollen's going to mess it up when it comes. So anyway, I got the cushions all uncovered, and I always cover them up with the painter's canvas drop cloths. Works really good. It keeps them pretty clean. So I did that, and then let me think, what am I doing? Oh, putting 2. Yeah, so I have to cut these. I cut them too big. So I got the cushions uncovered and took care of the drop cloths. And then I got the shop vac, and I vacuumed all the cushions. And then I had to wash everything. So that took a while. To wash the windows, the doors, the ledges on the screen, all that had to be done. So finally, I got it all finished, and oh my goodness, it looks so good. I just sat out there last night for the longest time because it was clean. I haven't been able to sit out there. You know, I was telling my daughter, the pine pollen really does just ruin everything. It ruins spring. I need to pull this down a little bit. It ruins the spring because we have so much pine pollen until you can't really go outside. Sometimes it's just, the air just looks yellow out there. It's just terrible. But it's gone now. But so is the cool weather, because now it's getting warm. So anyway, I was pretty tired last night, and I was planning on working on this last night, but I just couldn't. I was too tired. So I'm in here working on it now because I have a class Friday. We're not going to start on it, but I have to show them what we're doing because they have to gather up their supplies. I volunteer my time, but they have to supply their own stuff. For the first journal, I supplied a lot of stuff, but I can't, I can't do that for every journal that we make. They have to come up with their own things. But they are loving it, and they are doing a great job collecting up their stuff. And we're just having so much fun. And so, Anyway, I started this video. I started a video when I first got all my stuff out and started to do this. But it was just it was so bad until I couldn't show it. I had made such a mess. I had to take all of this apart and start over because I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. Not really. But it's coming together way better than it did the first time around. So these pieces of cloth that I'm using for tabs, these dark ones here, it's some paper that not paper, it was a sheet. And I coffee dyed it and I laid it down on some pans that had little bumps on them, so it made the patterns on the sheet. And then I didn't coffee dye them, I tea dyed them. And then after it got dry, I put some glue on it. I was just trying to figure out what I could do with it, and it made it really stiff, and I really like it. I don't have any more. I do. I have an envelope that I made out of it. But other than that, this is the last of it. And I really like it. I might have to do some more. I don't remember what kind of, glue I used. I guess it really doesn't matter, does it? I mean, not really. You can pretty much use any kind, I suppose. So, this is far from perfect. But they're always trying to get everything perfect, and I tell them, no, you don't have to do that. It's supposed to be fun, not stressful. So, I guess it's okay if mine's not perfect, right? So, a couple more paces, a little bit more, and I think I'll have this done. How does that go? I think I'm going to put it this way. I like it this way. I think it goes the other way. But I don't think it matters. I can put it any way I want to, right? Let's see, I'm going to, out of little papers here, little pieces of fabric, I'm going to have to cut some here in a minute. Got these two. And I'm going to have to find some more. I'm using these dark ones here I'm using them for the threes, and then I'm using other stuff for the twos because I just didn't have enough to use the same thing for all of it. And besides that, it'll make it a little more interesting. So, I'm getting them in the wrong spot. Oh, that's a short one. That's mine. Okay, let me move this up just a little bit. There we go. And what about this one? Does it need to move? I think it might be okay. Yeah. All right. It's a little bit shorter page. I tried to get them all about the same. Okay. Well, get it straight. We'll see what happens when I'm done. See what this looks like on the other side when I open it up. I had a really big, uh-oh, that's not going to catch right there, so I'm going to have to take a little glue off. I'm just doing it with this. I've been using this a lot because I went back and figured out what I was doing wrong, and I had a bit of a mess. I had to take it apart, and I didn't want to waste my papers, so I just used my my powder to get the glue off. All right, now I'm going to put this envelope on here. The fingers are full of glue. Wait a minute. I've talked and I've got myself confused. If that goes, yep, okay. 3's got to go here. My little brain can't figure this stuff out very well. Just doesn't want to work. Whoops. But I sure am glad I didn't wait till class to show them how to do this, because we wouldn't have got very far. And I'm not sure if I got it right yet. I might have to spend the day tomorrow doing another one. I always let them decide what they want to do. I usually will take, I'll take some journals in and I'll let them look and decide what they want to do. And they wanted to make a tab one this time. So I didn't realize that I wasn't going to remember how to do it. So, but I guess we'll get it. We'll get it. Or I'll get it. Move this one up a little. Can't move it much. Okay, that ought to work. If I'm not doing this right, I wish y'all would tell me before I get all this done. I just don't remember having this much trouble before when I was making them, but for some reason I sure have had a lot of trouble this time. Okay. Seems like my pile keeps growing. I think I'm done, and then I look over here and I'm not. There's more I need to get. I I got to have some more pieces to go in between those, the dark brown. Let's see if I can cut some of this. I'm going to not make it so not going to make it so long this time that I have to trim it up. Okay, let's see how far we get with this. I was going to use my glue gun for this, and then I thought, no, I probably better not, because I might, that in the wrong spot, I might need to move it, and boy, have I ever needed to move stuff. I have moved a bunch. I've taken it off and put it on, take it off and put it on a few times. That's sticky. Keep having to get these sticky spots off. Oh dear. Hold on. I gotta move that down a little. There we go. That's better. Not perfect, but better. I don't know if you'll even see this or not. As bad as much trouble as I've had, I might not even put it up. Depends on how this looks when I'm done. It should have been down a little bit more. Okay. All right. About to be done. Don't want to put that in upside down. All right. Got one more piece after this. Actually, I think I need another piece after this. Either that or make this my last piece. I think it's supposed to be an even number. And I think you're supposed to end with three tabs. And if I put another one on, I'm going to end with, maybe I'll just let this be the last page. I guess I can add to it. If I wanted to. Otherwise, I think I'd just glue this last page in. Just like this. Right? I think. I'd just glue it in. That's what I'm going to do. Because I'm not going to be adding anything else to it. It's very wonky. But I'm okay with that. All right, let's see how I did. Now these are going to be my backs, and this is just an envelope from Amazon. That'll be my front. Something sticking out, but that's just a piece of fabric. All right, so if this gets glued to here, like this, and I think it's supposed to, right? I gotta cover it first though, and then this gets glued down on here, like this, I think. So this is the first page. Shouldn't have made that the first page, but I did. So that's the first page. This is where I got really mixed up here in the front. So I had to take it all apart and redo it, and everything is wonky, crooked, not right, but you know what? When I get through with it, it'll be okay, I think. I hope. So it gets better after that. After that first couple of pages, it gets a little bit better. Not perfect by a long ways, but better. And if this, that flips out. Whoops, a little bit of glue. A little bit of glue right there that's stuck. This is what I had to go through and do, is get rid of the glue. Because I wanted some space there. I might have would have had some anyway, I don't know. I thought I needed some. That one's stuck. They wanted to have some fabric pages in here, in their books for, I don't know, doing some sewing. I don't know. Anyway, we're having a few, not too many, just a few fabric pages. Well, that's kind of a mess right there. What happened there? That fabric fabric just messes up for me. It's not straight. I don't know. Something messed it up. I messed it up. That's what messed it up. I did. Okay. Let's see what happens when I turn the page. Maybe I put too many pages in it. And then that's the back. So if I glue that down there, I think that needs to be the same height, doesn't it, as this? Does it? I don't know. Well, it don't look bad from there. Well, from there, doesn't look too bad. I don't know about the rest. Let's see. I need to cut it down. I think I do. I think I need to cut it down right here. A little bit on the top. Probably about right there, where this line is. Yeah. Well, that makes it a little bit short, but you know what? I'm going to put some lace and stuff on it, I think. So I'm just going to cut it right there because it's too long, too tall. There. What's sticking out is fabric. So, yep. Okay. Now, do I want to put something? I think I need to put something on here before I glue this on it. Or do I glue this and then put something? I think I'll glue this and put something over the top of it. That might be better. That'll make it more sturdy. Right? Let's do that. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think I'll use some of this in the middle. And now I'll use some Fabri-Tac. Spread a little bit more of that around there. And then I'm going to lay this on top like this. Yeah, just like that. And I think I might need to trim them. I might need to trim the sides. I might not. I'm going to leave them for now and see. Now, and it's need to do the same thing in the back. I don't normally use this Yoo-Hoo glue. I'm not a fan of that. But I had this open and I wanted to use it up before I got anything else out. I like the Scotch Create is my favorite one to use. We all have our favorites. I hope this improves because it's a bit of a mess right now. Let's see if I got it straight. What I need to do. Yeah, I think so. That one's a little bit too long. It won't matter because I'm sure I'll put some kind of trim around it. You know, trim hides a multitude of mistakes. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a very, very sloppy, very much imperfect tab binding journal. Not finished. Not, whoops. That one glued together. I need to get that apart. I guess we'll see if I can perform a miracle. Or if I have to make a new one. I don't want to make a new one. I just want to use this one. That tab right there is so loose. Which one is it? It's this one. Oh, of course it is. Let me see if I can tighten it up from this side without tearing this up. That do it? Yep. That did it. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's it. I might trim this fabrics off, or I might just leave them. Not sure yet. All right, I'm going to say goodbye for now. I think I've probably entertained you for enough. Enough for right now. So I got glue all over me. So anyway, I will be back for part 2 of this. Probably tomorrow, because I think I'll probably work on it again tomorrow. So, but for now, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to say goodnight, because it is 10:30, and it's time for me to quit. My little brain's tired. So, I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for stopping by and for sharing a little bit of your time with me. And I would say I hope you learned something. And maybe you did. Maybe you learned what not to do. I don't know. We'll see how this turns out when I get to decorating it. I think it'll be better. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye for now. So be safe, be happy, be well, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.